Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough on 1.1. But first, it is a Monday, so hopefully all had yourselves a great weekend this weekend, as well as I'd like to thank and welcome all of the newest subscribers that we had gained over the last week and over the weekend. You guys are awesome. And also thank you to the people that have stuck with me thus far. You guys are also awesome. We have continued to grow the channel quite a bit and just going up and up and up, and it's all thanks to you guys, you know, hitting that like button, the subscribe button, the wonderful comments, all of them, as well as the people hitting the join button, joining the investors team and supporting the channel financially. You guys are awesome. So huge thank you to everybody that has done that. Even you just being here viewing the video, you know, it pushes all that stuff. It pushes it through the YouTube algorithm and helps us out tremendously. So yeah, big huge thank you to everybody. All right, so if you went to last time or last week, we had gotten the computer factory done, gotten the computer factory finished. We also had gotten the adaptive control units factory working, but we're going to be finishing up that today, hopefully, as well. So yeah, got quite a bit done there. So today's plan is basically since we got the adaptive control units done and the computer factory completed fully, we're going to be working on cleaning up the temporary area, getting rid of all those temporary factories and everything like that. So yeah, that should be good there as well. So I don't really know anything else that I wanted to talk about, but yep, we need to be cleaning up the beginning area. So yeah, I guess without further waste of your time, let's go ahead and get on into it. Let's go. Alrighty, and here we are. So as I said, yeah, we need to work on cleaning up the beginning area to start with. We got a lot to remove. Because we did get the adaptive control units factory, and all of this that's currently being, you know, that's currently here, even the 2 train stations and everything like that, except for this particular factory. This is the only factory that won't be going, because we don't have a permanent factory for that yet. Although this could be our permanent factory for it. I'd be okay with that, to be honest. It doesn't need a train station or anything like that. I mean, I never did say that every factory has to have a train station, because we're not exporting them anywhere either, so we won't put anything here. But yeah, this basically, what all this factory does is makes a bunch of the automated, the little auto miners, right here. Yeah, the portable miners. There we go. It makes the portable miners and then uploads them. That's all it does. Maybe we'll work on that some other time. I'm just going to leave it for now. But we do have the ability to get rid of the little computer factory that's right here. We have a little circuit board factory as well. But all of this got left because it was serving adaptive control units. However, we have a permanent factory now with adaptive control units. So now we can start getting rid of some of this stuff. So we're going to start picking some of this up and then getting some of this sunk as well. Seeing everything that we can get done. There is still steel pipe. Oh, that factory does need a train station, doesn't it? All right, so we'll work on a permanent factory for this at some point. So we'll leave this here. We'll leave the steel pipe belt as well, coming from the steel factory. I mean, I don't suppose we have to necessarily. What I could do is I could put a storage down. I mean, not that we'd need that many, but what I'm gonna do is we'll do this. Organization. We'll put down an industrial depot. Freeze the game because of the autosave. I'll go ahead and freeze the game there, or put this down. Connect this. Goes in there. Alright, and then dimensional depot. Put that on top. Throw that up there. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we'll leave the plate line and everything like that. I don't even know. I think this iron plate line is actually going back this way. But anyway. So let's get started on this. So we're going to need a couple of sinks. We're going to throw organization special. We're actually going to throw down 4 of these suckers. Because we need to empty out a couple of boxes here. But yes, finally being able to get rid of pretty much all of this is amazing. Okay. And I don't think all 4 awesome sinks are going to fit here. We'll try that. Okay. And yeah, we've got all of the lag in the world, of course. You know how it goes. Alright, put this here. Make that a Mark II. Then we can connect up all of this. And put that back. Okay. I did also stop last time when I was on here. I did stop both trains, both of the temporary trains. So once we start draining out some of the train stations, we can just unload the trains. I mean, I do have the inventory for it. I could just start deleting, but I don't have enough inventory for these 2 containers. That's the main reason for these sinks, though. There we go. So grab that. Throw that way. And grab the next one. Throw that way. Next one. And next one. There we go. That'll drain those out. Adaptive control units, all that stuff. And then I do need a 5th sink, I guess. Go ahead. Another one of these. Maybe make a little bit of extra space. So can I put another one here? Yep. Did not optimize the space well enough. There we go. So now when we start removing things, we can throw that in that box and get it sunk. All right. I guess we'll just pick up the train and the cargo container. Okay. Yeah, I'm leaving the factories for the moment. So we can get rid of. That way the factories can kind of take out some of this. So I'm going to need another 2 sinks for the circuit boards there. Let's go grab all that plastic. Yeah, kind of have some of the machines help me just a little bit on getting rid of this stuff. It's going to be a big project, this. Okay, and then that goes down there, that goes there. Okay. It's a lot of plastic to sink. But yeah, we can actually get rid of this too, which is really nice. Probably going to be messing up our train scheduling just a little bit. They're going to be confused for a minute because they're going to be like, "What happened to the?" It's like, what happened to the intersection that was just here? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna switch my hover pack here. Hold on. That'll help. There we go. Now it should stop lagging. That old bug. Yeah, the FPS is starting to get a little bit, it's starting to get a little bit bad, lately. Like, just removing certain things is like a lag fest. Oh, all the power got removed from here. Hold on. Why is the power disconnected? Let's see, all of that has power. What if I connect this? I get everything power again? No. Is this disconnected? Was that connected to the train station? I think it was. Well, if we connect this, that should work. There we go. Because it's like everything... Yeah, there. Okay. Yeah, it's because I disconnected. I guess I was hooked up to the train stations rather than my actual power network there. Yeah, all this was just temporary, just to get us through phase 3, which was adaptive control units and all the, you know, that stuff. Like, and all that stuff as well. Okay, and then we've got a million screws we gotta get rid of. Of course. The screws are gonna take even longer because they stack up to 500, so yeah, gonna take a little while to get rid of all that. But that's okay. Yeah, at least we don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. Let's go empty out again. Probably gonna need another box. What I might do is I might set up another set of sinks. Oh, wait. These boxes are still connected, aren't they? Never mind. These boxes are empty and they're still connected, so... Yeah, we can definitely drain our inventory into that. Get rid of it. Okay. Which will be nice. Or which is nice, I guess. Yeah, we'll set up another 2 sinks for the circuit boards, I think. Start getting those drained out. And try not to remove everything at that. I don't want to remove everything. But we can at least get rid of most of it. It is going to take a little while, though. I think in a couple of hours is probably what I'm going to need to clean up all of this. We'll get some of our summer sleuths back, too, as well. That'll be nice. But I'm also leaving, like I said, I'm leaving those big factories running, because... Is that so laggy? Thought I fixed that. But, yeah, some of those big factories, if we keep those running for a little bit, we'll get even more tickets, because adaptive control units and computers are worth a decent amount. I mean, probably not anymore, but they're worth a decent amount at the moment, maybe. I'm not sure. I can't say with 100% confidence that that's the case because of, how many points per ticket we're at right now, which is it's an insane amount. I can tell you that much. This one's still making circuit boards. This one's empty. Get rid of all that. This one's still making, wow. Still making those, huh? Alrighty. It is nice though. It's nice to be able to go around and clean up the mess, you know? I guess, yeah, this doesn't go anywhere, so we can disconnect that completely. Yeah, this is very, very, very nice. Okay, yeah, this one shouldn't be making anymore because we are out of plastic. We can get rid of the copper line all the way back to the smelters. We'll get rid of all of that, and then that'll free up ore in case we ever need it. There's a decent amount of copper out here, although I do have a big old copper mine. We could add that to it. It's a bit far away, but that's okay. Right, just as long as we keep everything connected, we should be good. That. Alright, so this is out of plastic. So, oops. So no more computers. That was lag-tastic right there. Let's remove the circuit board line. I think because that one, this one box over here, which one is it? There it is. Yeah, this one box over here, it doesn't have... Oh, it's still got one going to it. Okay. That one's still emptying. Okay, I guess that one can just go to that. And what I'll do is I'll just throw this here. Go 9, merger. Throw a merger up there. There, that way we still, since it's still making adaptive control units, we can still get rid of all that. Yeah, then we need to get rid of all this too. I want this adaptive control units. I want it to go until it runs out of computers, because that's what's that is what it's gonna run out of. But at least we can get rid of most of this stuff, as well. Yeah, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Yeah. So circuit board line, the steel pipeline. I don't know. I think what I want to do is I want to set up a permanent factory for this stuff. So basically we bring in, looks like iron plates. So iron plates and pipes is what we're going to need. Now I'm not going to remove this factory because I want this factory right here. I'm going to throw in some summer slip so it goes even faster. I want this factory right here to make until it fills up this box, and that way we've got a nice storage of it for a while, and then we can go ahead and remove all that too, which will be nice. But yeah, so we're going to be getting rid of all the foundations as well. I think, you know what, I'm going to leave the steel pipeline for now, but once that box fills up, then we'll remove the rest of it, and then we'll just have a box as well. So all the way over here is going to get removed except for the space elevator for now. Space elevator stays where it's at. I mean, we could move it over here. Actually, yeah, I might move it over here where our nuclear pasta statue is. A beautiful freaking statue. Very expensive statue, I'll tell you that. If you haven't seen this statue before, this is how much it costs to put it down. Like, you have to have a full inventory of plates and quartz crystal just to be able to put the sucker down, because the fully upgraded dimensional depot doesn't hold enough to be able to put this sucker down. But yeah, you can tell why it costs so much. But it looks beautiful, and I love it. So yeah, very, very happy with that design. Once we have a permanent, like a permanent headquarters, we're going to be putting this in there as a statue piece inside of like the main like lobby area. I think that'd be really cool. And the reason I built this in the first place was just so I could have it on because there was a statue contest that Gaming with Doc was doing, and I decided to throw my hat into the ring, and I made this. And me and another person won, because they were looking for statues to put inside their mega factory. So yeah, me and another person. Well, actually, there was only 2 contestants. That's why so they had us both win, because there was only 2 contestants. But yeah, I feel mine would have been up there, you know, even if there's more. It's okay. Yeah, that was pretty cool though. It was pretty cool for them to be able to do that. And yeah, it's so expensive. All right. So, yep, like I said, let's get rid of all this. I'm going to be getting rid of this factory right here, but the rest of this over here stays. The concrete goes. The rest of this can stay here for now. I'm going to pick this up and move it here, and I'm going to put the statue probably down here. What I'll do is I'll clear the blueprint designer, and I'll place just the blueprint right here, and then we'll put that over here for now. And then we shall clean up the rest of this. All right, let me get that done, and then we'll move on to actually finishing up that adaptive control unit factory. Alrighty, finally got that all done. that took a few hours, definitely. But you know what? I'm happy it's all gone. Hello, screw train. What are you doing here? Or no, you're the... Wait, what train are you? Oh, you're motors. Okay. Oh, I still got a bunch of stuff in my inventory. But yep, the complete factory and all the belts and everything, that whole entire mess is now completely gone. And the desert looks clean again, for the most part. And I completely forgot as well, I was going to leave the belt going from the steel plant, which is over there. That's the steel plant. Going from over there over here for steel pipes so that we can continue making these. I completely forgot that there was a alternate recipe that does steel pipes. It's called iron pipe. So basically you take iron ingots and turn them into steel pipes, which is really nice. So that keeps this factory going on pure iron. So yeah, this factory, it eventually will be a permanent factory at some point. Just a little tiny one, somewhere randomly. The train stations, we'll probably have train stations going to it, but yeah, for now I'm not going to worry about that. And I did move the space elevator over here, so it's a little closer to our area. And then, yep, that whole area is completely cleaned up. Everything's gone, which is really, really nice. Yeah, get the space elevator over here. And like I said, all of this is going to stay because we still don't have factories for these yet. But eventually we will. So let's go ahead and sink all of our random crap. That we don't need. Goodbye. Okay, perfect. And we got a bunch of summer sloops and things like that. Yeah, so this is our recycling center, which is going to eventually be a part of the headquarters building. But yeah, we still got this factory over here. This one is doing sand fluctuators. So let's grab some more of those. Yeah, because they don't stack very high. So I got steel pipes. I'm actually going to grab some more steel pipes. Yeah, I'm just kind of hand feeding these at the moment. Keep that up. And then we've got this one. This one mainly needs quartz. So quartz crystal. That one's good. Yeah, we're going to add some more cable. Oops. Okay. Add our cable in there, and then we're good there. This one needs quick wire. Wait for our autosave here. So yeah, these are just kind of factories that we don't have permanent ones for yet. So these are just temporary. So what did I say? Quick wire. Alright, quick wire. I'm gonna add some copper sheets in there too. Okay, copper sheets. There we go. Just to keep that going. And then, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, this factory, this one makes sand fluctuators. This one makes crystal oscillators. And this one makes AI limiters. So then we've got a decent amount of each. Keep us going here, especially these right here. I do use a lot of for like decoration and stuff like that, because the small billboard and the large billboard require quartz crystal, or the crystal oscillators. So anyway, I guess it's time to make our way over to the over to the grasslands. So we got to go across the map. We got to basically follow our train line. Oh, and I also did finally get around to adding the markers for these two. So we got the computer factory 20, we're using 20 out of 100. And then we've got the adaptive control unit factory, which we're using 0 out of 10. So I did almost put 100 on there when I was marking it, and I actually did. And then, I was going back through and I was like, okay, how many computers am I using? It's like, wait a minute, I'm only making 10. Only 10 per minute. And it needs all of what we've built so far, damn near, to make that. So that's pretty crazy. And we've got our modular engine factory here. This modular engine factory definitely needs a bit of an overhaul. It's a bit boring, a bit bland. It's got a unique shape, don't get me wrong, but man, is it boring, I should say. All right. And we're going to go, so, oops, get a timetable, adaptive control units factory, which is going to pick the export, save changes, turn off self-driving. Alrighty, well, we're going to be traveling through the night, making our way over there. It's quite a long trip, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the point where we're almost there anyway. So let's just go ahead and cut over there. Or cut to over there, I should say. But not before we go past a few good factories. We got our quickwire factory, which is that orange one, and then we've got our quartz factory, which is quartz crystal and silica. It's a little laggy over here, but beautiful factories. We got our frame factories down there. Hard to see them, but yeah. Got some beautiful factories along this route, so yeah, we'll go ahead and show them off. Do a little bit of a tour, I should say. So we've got our copper sheets factory with all the lag. This game is very laggy. I've got so much going on. As you can see, the graphics are having a hard time loading in. It's quite the run. Like, yeah, we'll just... There's so many good factories along this route. It's like, we'll just let her go. And yeah, I know it's lagging like all hell. Changing biomes and everything else. The game is not happy with me at the moment. I should say my CPU is not happy with me at the moment. My CPU is definitely maxed out. As well, which is freaking great. And then we've got our nitrogen gas tower, and we've got our heat sinks factory. Beautiful little factory over there with copper colored pipes going through in between the fins, which makes it look nice. And then we've got our what are they called? They're the coolant systems factory. There we go. Those are cooling systems, which has made it look like a supercharger with a big old blower on it. Beautiful looking factory. That's one of my... I'm probably never going to top that. That thing is the best looking factory in the game, definitely. I am going to try and top it when it comes to the turbo motors, but we'll see. I'm a pretty big car guy, so I love vehicle stuff, and yeah, the most beautiful factories are going to be vehicle related. I should say that and trains. I really love trains. And coming up on our circuit board factory here. Big, beautiful circuit board factory. Made it look like a computer tower. It's kind of what I was going for. I didn't really have an exact design in mind, but yeah, there's going to be a little bit of weirdness going on with these, because these beams actually block line of sight, so it kind of unloads and reloads, as you can see, but it's not, because it's lagging so bad, it doesn't really do it real well. But that is our computer factory there, and then over here we've got our adaptive control units. But yes, for some reason these beams, they block line of sight, so everything kind of unloads and reloads. To me personally, it probably shouldn't do that. I wouldn't have had to, actually do that. There's no reason. It doesn't save on resources, it just makes it lag more. But yeah, so this is the factory that we're going to be finishing today, hopefully. Because next time I want to get started on our high-speed connectors. That'll be the next sort of step along there. Okay, we'll get some frames back as we come to a stop. Oh, I forgot to turn off self-driving, so we can actually delete the train. Yeah, where a factory doesn't get interrupted. This one hasn't been making adaptive control units very much. I mean, yes, we're only making 10 per minute, but good lord. I've been here, this factory's been going for hours and hours and hours, and it's only made this many. Yes, I could have brought all my adaptive control units with me, rather than sinking them, but you know what? Tickets are tickets. I mean, we got more than enough tickets to purchase all the statues, I'm pretty sure by now. Basically, what I do is I'll take a lot of the tickets and I'll upload them, and then when I get the chance, I'll put them in a storage box I've got put in the... I've got a storage box in the mall that puts it, and it puts them back into the uploader. So I take them out of the uploader, put them in that box, or I just carry them on me, whatever. And every so often I'll take some out when it reaches roughly around 500. I'll take like 300 or 400 to put them in a box, and then I'll put 100 or so in my inventory. It's like that way we can have them. You can see I've got 128 in there. All right. So like I said, yeah, we got to finish this factory. Now we don't have a whole lot of time on us, unfortunately, to get this done. So we're just gonna go ahead and get her done. So I'm just gonna go for kind of a more traditional factory look, I guess. Kind of just we're gonna have mostly flat walls. They are gonna have a bit of depth to them. I'm gonna use some of the colors and stuff. We got the faded orange here. We'll use some signs and some lighting and stuff like that. Kind of tie it together real nicely. But yeah, it is gonna take a little bit to build ourselves the wall here. We'll go ahead and clear this blueprint. I imagine the grasslands are probably going to be the most laggy out of all of them, because we've still got the high-speed connector factory to build, we've got AI units to build, we've got radio control units, we've got crystal oscillators. What else? What other computer? Oh, supercomputers. We got supercomputers to build as well. It's going to be pretty damn busy. I think we'll be able to fit one more factory on this side of the loop, and then we're going to have to build the other loop on the other half of the grasslands loop that we got going on, because we're going to go from there to like roughly there, over there, and then back over to connect to that side. So that's going to be the grasslands loop, and then down that hill there is a void. So there's a void way over roughly that area that we're going to be doing our nuclear pasta. One of the phase 4 objects is going to be built in the grasslands, and that's going to be the assembly directory systems. That's the one that is kind of black and red and says it's 500. It's the farthest left one on the list there. That one is going to be built, but it needs supercomputers. So yeah, we're going to be a little bit. Oh, magnetic control rods as well. We got to build out here so that we could build the magnetic field generators, I believe it is, and then we got to build turbo motors. And with turbo motors, then we can build the thrusters. I forget what they're called, but yeah, the thrusters. And then, like I said, yeah, the radio control unit's got to be built so that we can build pressure conversion queues, with that factory's already done. But we need the radio control units, and then we can go and make the nuclear pasta. So yeah, we still got a little bit to go, but we are every week we're inching just that little bit closer. There, we did have those couple of weeks where we weren't building any factories because we needed power. But yeah, once we get to phase 5, we'll have all the power we could ever need for the rest of the game. So we're prepared for it anyway. All right, so yeah, let me put together some wall, what do you call them? Some wall blueprints, get them stuck on here so we can get this factory done and get on to high-speed control units next time. Or high-speed control units, yeah, there we go. High-speed connectors. High-speed control units. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, so let's get these blueprints done. I'm just gonna go ahead and probably just skip to where I'm done building them. So, all right, and here we go. Alrighty, we're getting closer after after a little bit longer. Getting very close. This one is actually it's a little bit complicated. I must admit, it's a little bit complicated, but we're getting there. So we got a couple different blueprints here. So these side blueprints is actually made of 2. But yeah, so I've decided to do this, and I actually think it worked out well. Now we are wasting a little bit because we're putting a lot of it into the ground, unfortunately. But that's okay. Yeah, I think this looks good as well. Like I said, I was going to have some depth built into it and stuff like that, and it's actually looking pretty good. So the rest of this, I'm probably just gonna... Actually, I don't have to. We could do a blueprint of it. And the front side, I don't know what I'm gonna do on the front side as well. I think it's just a flat wall, and we'll add a little bit of depth to that as well. But yeah, for the most part, we do need to cover this up though. So yeah, this blueprint, actually will show you how to do these lights real quick. Because these lights are actually I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, these blueprints went a little deeper into the ground than I intended. But yeah, so basically I had these pieces here. So you have to build these little pillars, you have these pieces here. So you start out with this, right? Then we grab this and we put this we'll put it halfway in. So like that. So you get the basically the 2 different pillars here. And then what I did was I grabbed, sorry about the lag. We grab this right here and we pull this up. So I put these in. There we go. Like I said, it's a little laggy. Okay, so we put that like that, and then for this bottom piece, I'll just say stick that like that. And then we take this piece right here, stick that like that. Okay, and then what we do is we take the H-beam pillar and stick it right on the edge there, and I'm going to drag this all the way down. And I'm going to rotate it. There we go, that's how I did those. So yeah, they actually look really, really good. Which I'm pretty happy about, so. Very, very happy about that. Oh my gosh. And accessing these has been a little bit laggy. The game is not very happy with what I've been doing to it, so I guess we better finish this quick, shall we? Oh yeah, so how many foundations is it crossed? So we've actually got an inner and an outer wall. So the way these blueprints are built, they're actually built with an inner and outer wall. So you got the outer wall, which shows on the outside, and then you got the inner wall, which covers up all the extra little bits that are in behind that specific piece. And then I had to build these blueprints here with a little bit of a gap in between the walls so that they wouldn't cover up the door. Oh yeah, and I forgot I was gonna... we're gonna remove these. Because those aren't meant to be there. Just these two specific ones. They really didn't work with the lighting being cut off as they were. I also did have to move the belt down at this end as well. So yeah, we're very close to having this done though. I'm definitely going to have this done today. At least I'm hoping. Even if it is just a flat wall, I don't care. I'm having it. It is going to be done, damn it. There's actually some blueprints that I want to use from another factory to kind of add into this. I just don't know how well they'll work. Or at the very least, build similar ones. Okay. So yeah, we got to build the blueprint that goes across this. So it's 7 across. Oh. So I guess we build one that's 4 and one that's 3. That'll probably work. Then we'll build it in sections of 4. Or sorry, just sections of 2 and sections of 4, I guess. Or sections of 2. I mean, maybe we'll just build the pillar that goes across and then I'll just put in the thing. That might be better. It still have to be sections of... I don't know. I'm tempted just to forget the blueprints and just pull it across. It'd be faster, yes, to have blueprints, but I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy and too exhausted. I'm just going to do that. And then we'll just run this all the way across here as well. Yeah, I still don't have a plan for what I'm going to do with the front yet. But I'll figure it out. It's okay. We'll figure it out. What we want to do. Because if I just have a flat side, you know, obviously that's not going to fit with our design. But I don't want to go too much more crazy because obviously we're pretty lag-tastic with this build already. So it's just one of those things. Like, do we build it to match the blueprint and make it look really nice? Do we build a little bit to make it look really nice? Or do we... Oh, it's so laggy that I click it and it doesn't it doesn't want to work. Yeah, I'll just drag... I think I'll just pull these all the way across and just make them... make the beams connect. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had to buy some quartz crystal as well. Yeah. A little bit of a tight schedule today. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and wait for my quartz crystal. Because these are actually pretty expensive. These particular signs, I think they're label signs, I think is what they're called. Let's see, they are these ones, display signs, that's what they are. The display signs, these little tiny ones. And yeah, they're actually kind of costly. When it comes to putting them in within blueprints, it's like, ugh. Oh yeah, so this this belt down here, I completely forgot. Yeah, I actually had to uncircle the the train line. I had to squish it in a little bit. But yeah, move this in because with the I still missed a piece. With the foundation being out one like that, obviously you could see the blueprint wasn't going to fit, and it wasn't going to be nice about it and stuff like that. So it's just like, yeah, okay, I'll just push it in a little bit. So I just moved the belt in and reconnected everything. That just works so much better. And I don't know if I'm going to do lighting in here or not. I'm kind of lazy. Kind of feeling kind of lazy. Like, I don't know if I want to put lighting in here. I mean, I probably will, but yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, I'm going to finish this up, get the front and the back side kind of closed up at the very least, and then next time we'll move on to, like I said, we'll move on to high-speed connectors. Alrighty, I finally got myself finished off here with the front and back of the factory completed, as well as the roof. So you'll probably recognize this blueprint if you have been here for a little while. This one was partially pulled off of the copper powder factory. I was trying to remember the damn name. The copper powder factory. We've got blueprints in here. So I didn't necessarily rename them. I did reuse them though, and kind of recolored the lighting to appropriately fit the factory. There we go. Stupid autosave. Yeah, we fit the factory with our little entrance here as well. I know it's really dark in there. I didn't do any lighting. I don't know. I'm gonna skip the lighting. But yeah, it goes all the way. We got the beams to go all the way across. I did make blueprints of the beams. I started placing them and I went, oh my gosh, I don't know what's gonna take longer, building the blueprint or building the beam all the way across. Well, I decided to blueprint it. And then we go to the back side here as well. Oh, we've got that finished up, nice and polished off, which looks rather nice. Also, can I have some power, please? Thank you. But yeah, like I said, we pulled this from our copper powder factory, the ends of it, and that just kind of filled in what I needed and changed the lighting and whatnot, made it work. Very laggy factory, but hey, you know what? It is completed, and we've got the shell on, which looks rather nice. I'm actually quite happy with this factory, so we're going to go ahead and move on. So next time will be the adaptive control units factory. We'll, oh, sorry, we just done that one. Next time will be the high-speed connectors. There we go. Sorry, I'm a little tired from this one. These blueprints actually did take a while. Not the end ones, but of course the side blueprints and whatnot did take a little bit. So a little exhausted, not just from that, but from other things, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much factory complete. I didn't do anything with these walkways. I think what we'll do is we'll just do architecture, and we'll just like pull a railing all the way across or something, you know, something like that. First we'll have to paint them and whatnot, but we could do that later, of course. We could definitely do that later. But for now, though, I'm going to go ahead and call this factory completed. We've taken so long that we've filled up that entire train station and started filling up another train, damn near almost another train station's worth. I did have to move the belts again. That's why my inventory is full of stuff, but we can go ahead and fix that real quick, I think. I'll go ahead and clear my inventory. Oh my gosh, yeah, it is so laggy. Doing anything over here is so laggy. This factory did take up quite a bit as far as the resources go. I mean, geez. The adaptive control units, I am quite proud of this factory, but man, did it take a lot of pieces to make it happen. I think the next factory will go a little simpler. We won't go as detailed and crazy, just so we don't lag up the game, because this one, just looking at this factory lags out my game. it's good. It's good. I like it. But yeah, for now though, like I said, that is going to be it. So next time we're going to do high-speed connectors. Yeah, we'll do high-speed connectors. I think we're going to stick that factory. We're probably going to go off of either this bridge or this bridge. Just going over here makes my game lag. But yeah, either one of those bridges, and we'll make the factory roughly either like in this little corner, just kind of there, or maybe on top of that little hill right there, just wherever. But yeah, I want to go far enough away so that we're not too many intersections too close together, and definitely don't want that. But yeah, we'll see what we come up with for the next factory. But for now though, like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see on your screen right now. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.